What's up, everybody? JVille Sports here with my sports picks video NFL edition. It is Saturday night, December the 21st. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. And each and every time I put out a video, let's go ahead and jump right into the NFL action. So for those of you that are new to the channel, welcome. Thank you very much for being here. What I like to do with the NFL is my favorite sport to do teasers with. So what I like to do is what's called a long shot teaser, where it's any teaser where the payout is $1,000 or more. So what I do is I put together a bunch of teaser options that I like, that I'm looking at, put them all together into a long shot teaser. It's just my fun way of giving you guys a bunch of different teaser options. If you guys like doing teasers, some of you do, some of you don't. But then, of course, towards the end of the video, I'll give out a straight bet of mine that I'm going to be putting in myself. So that is obviously something that everybody can play and likes to play. So let's go ahead and jump right into the action. So we'll go ahead and quickly recap what we did last week with our long shot teaser. It was an okay attempt, but it did not come through. We had the Patriots -3 that came through. They were on the road against the Bengals. Easy winner there. Dolphins +10 against the Giants. Thought they could keep that one close. They did not. The Chiefs -2.5. Easy. Cruise to an easy victory over the Broncos. Seahawks +0.5 point. A little bit closer than expected against Carolina, but they pulled it off. They were winning the whole game. Raiders were also winning the whole game, but some way, somehow, they ended up losing that game to the Jaguars at home. Chargers +8.5. Just absolutely got smashed by the Vikings. Did not see that one coming. And then Buffalo Bills +8, easy one there. They were on the road against the Steelers. They won that game 17-10. Outright winners as an underdog. So that was our long shot teaser from last week. Did not come through. We've hit the long shot teaser once this year. We have 2 more attempts, week 16, week 17. So let's get the job done here. We might even be able to do one more the first week of maybe the first 2 weeks of the playoffs. We'll see how it goes. But let's go ahead and jump right into week 16's long shot teaser. So starting off with the Baltimore Ravens, they are on the road against the Cleveland Browns. If you remember earlier in the season, Cleveland Browns went into Baltimore and just absolutely whooped the Ravens. Probably the Ravens' worst loss of the year. So you know the Ravens remember that. They got revenge on their minds. Browns not playing well at all. They lose last week on the road to the Cardinals. Ravens are clicking on all cylinders right now. I don't see any way the Browns can stop the Ravens. So I like the Ravens here, winning this game by at least a field goal. Next, we have the Tennessee Titans. They are also, or I should say, they are at home against the New Orleans Saints. So New Orleans Saints, very, very impressive last week as they whooped up on the Titans' division rival, the Indianapolis Colts. That game wasn't even close. Drew Brees set some records. A very, very emotional game that game was. Now the Saints have to travel on the road in a non-conference game against the Tennessee Titans. Titans fighting for their lives to get into the playoffs. They have all the motivation here. Saints are sitting pretty up top of their division. They're also fighting for the #1 seed in the NFC. But with just so much emotion from that Monday night game, Saints historically don't play well outside, don't play well. I shouldn't say don't play well. They don't play as well as they do in a dome. They're a dome team. So when they go outside, real grass, they don't play as well, but they're still obviously a very good team no matter where they play. Like I said, I think it's advantage Titans here. They're the more hungrier team. They need this victory. They're at home. So I'm giving the points to the Titans. We have some protection here. We don't need them to win this game. We have them +9.5. I just don't see the Saints coming into Tennessee and blowing the Titans out. Next, we have the Steelers and Jets under 44. So we know the Steelers, they cannot score. But the one thing that they do have is a great defense. They can hold pretty much anybody in check. The Jets aren't playing very well right now, and they don't have anything to play with. Their season is over. No reason for them to get any more wins. Steelers still fighting to get into the playoffs themselves. So I expect a full effort from the Steelers, especially that defense. Even though they're on the road, I think they can definitely hold the Jets in check. On top of that, the Jets are getting healthy on defense. I expect the Jets defense to play well as well. And even if they weren't healthy, like I said, the Steelers offense is complete garbage right now. They can't score against anybody. So I think this is going to be a low scoring game. Steelers can't score. But the Steelers can definitely stop the Jets from scoring, and like I said, vice versa. I don't see any side really here putting up a ton of points. So I'm going with the under 44, given the points to the under. Next, we have the Cowboys and Eagles, also going with another under here. So the Eagles are banged up. They've been banged up all year long. This is not the true Eagles team that we're used to seeing. Just so many injuries all year long, and no different here in this game. Also, the Cowboys, there's been talk all week long about Dak Prescott. He is also banged up. He's definitely going to play, but we'll see how effective he's going to be. I think that is definitely something to keep an eye on. The one thing that the Cowboys are going to do here, they're going to feed Zeke, especially if Dak is banged up. They're going to give the ball to Zeke early and often, and one of the things the Eagles do best is stopping the run. So it's going to be very, very interesting here if the Cowboys on the road can establish the run against a very good defense for the Eagles up front. They're definitely the Cowboys to be successful, because they already played earlier this year. The Cowboys look very, very good in that game, and they did a lot of that through the air. But we'll see how healthy Dak is. Will he be able to be effective in the air? Remains to be seen. Eagles at home. This is going to be a playoff type of game, because that's exactly what it is. The winner of this game is going to be going to the playoffs. So I think we might see some conservative gameplay as well. Definitely want to limit the mistakes. So I'm going with the under here, under 53. Next, we have the Broncos at home against the Lions. Lions, we know they are struggling right now. They cannot beat anybody. They're on their third string quarterback. Broncos as well on their third string quarterback. But a little bit more life we've seen from the Broncos than the Lions. Some news this week for the Lions. They just gave their coach a vote of confidence. They're going to bring him back next year. Matt Patricia. So we'll see what that means. I think what that means, there's some talk around the streets about the reason that they did that so early is because they really don't want to win these last two games. They only have 3 wins on the season. So the more losses they have, obviously the better draft pick that they're going to have. So there's really no reason to win these last few games. So if they, announce they're bringing back Patricia, that kind of softens the blow if they do lose these last 2 games. So like I said, they already lost 7 in a row. So if they lose 2 more, they'll end the season on a 9-game losing streak. So by announcing now that they're keeping Patricia, that saves all that talk for later on. So we'll see. Like I said, I think the Broncos are playing better right now. They're at home. Definitely going to be some weather here in Denver, so you expect the Denver team to be more accustomed to that. The Lions are a dome team, even though they are in Detroit. They play in a dome, so definitely the advantage on across the board goes to the Broncos. So I'm going to give the 7 points to the Broncos, and all they need to do is win. Next, we're going with the Arizona Cardinals on the road against the Seahawks. For whatever reason, the Arizona Cardinals always play Seattle tough in Seattle. This is a Seattle team that's very, very banged up right now. They have a ton of motivation. They're tied with the Saints. They're tied with the 49ers. At the time of this video, 49ers are playing today. They're tied with the Packers. So they are also shooting for that number 1 seed. They need to win this game. But we have plus 16 here. The Seahawks do not really blow anybody out. All of their games are close up until the 4th quarter. I saw a stat the other day that I think there was only 5 games in Russell Wilson's career with Pete Carroll where going into the 4th quarter, they were either winning or down by 7 points or less in every game except 5. It's a crazy, crazy stat. All of their games are always close, and I think this one will be no different. Cardinals looked very good last week against the Browns. It was the Browns, but still the Cardinals look good. I think Cardinals here can definitely score some points. Like I said, a lot of injuries on the Seahawks defense. Cardinals should be able to take advantage. And like I said, Seahawks just don't really blow anybody out. So getting 16 points here. Division rivalry game. I think this is going to be a tight game that Seattle pulls off. But I don't expect it to be by more than 16 points. And then last but not least, you guys know I like to either play the Sunday night game or the Monday night game, because if all the other plays come in, we can hedge our bet a little bit if we choose. We can either do it before the game starts or at halftime. But I like the Chiefs here against the Bears. The Bears are another team. They're 7-7, but their playoff hopes are pretty much dead. And we've known the struggles Chicago has had all year long. The offense is not good. Trubisky has struggled all year long. And the Chiefs right now are clicking at the right time. The defense is playing well. The offense is playing well. I see no way, no how. The Chicago Bears should be able to keep up with the Chiefs. We know the Bears have a good defense, so we'll see if that defense can hold the Chiefs in check. If they keep this game low scoring, obviously the Bears have a chance here, but we're not looking to cover any points here. If you give 7 points to the Chiefs, all they have to do is win +1. So I like the Chiefs here. Sunday Night Football. It's going to be the Mahomes show in Chicago. I'm going with the Chiefs +1, and that's it. I love this long shot teaser. That's 7 plays. Like I said, it's a 7-point teaser. 125 will pay out 1,000. I think we're going to hit this one. I think we're going to hit it again next week. And then we're going to finish hitting this 3 times for the year and finishing on a 2-game winning streak. That's my prediction. But of course, it's a long shot teaser. I don't necessarily recommend you throw in a long shot teaser. Maybe pluck out your favorites, 2 or 3, do a smaller teaser. Even though it is a teaser, you're giving 7 points to one side or the other. It's still, it only takes 1 to mess it up. So it's called a long shot for a reason, because it's not likely to come in. But I'm definitely going to throw it in. We'll see what happens. But that's this week's long shot teaser. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Let's go ahead and move on. Before I get to today's free play of the day for Sunday, December the 22nd, I do want to mention my website, JVilleSportsPicks.com, the home of the village, the home of the ever so growing village. A bunch of new people signed up today to be a part of the village. Usually Fridays and Saturdays. A lot of people join the party, join the winning. If you're interested in joining the village, this is where to go, JVilleSportsPicks.com. This is what it looks like. This is how to get there. Just type in JVilleSportsPicks.com in your browser. In the upper right-hand corner, there's a big blue button, Join the Village. Hit that button. It will take you to a page which lists all the different packages that are available. And what happens when you sign up for a package is simple. You get a daily newsletter from me each and every day. And I give out picks in all sports, the NFL, college football, the NHL. We're doing great. NBA, college basketball. We are on fire. College basketball is starting to get into the swing of things. It's been a few weeks now. Early on in the season, a lot of different tournaments, a lot of non-conference games all over the country. But now we're kind of settling in, and we're seeing a lot of value out there, and we're doing very, very well across all sports. So if you're interested in more than just a free play I give out here on the channel, if you're interested in 3 to 5, 3 to 7 plays every single day sent directly to your email box, very simple. Go to JVilleSportsPicks.com, sign up for that daily newsletter. I make it super, super cheap. I'm about building your bankroll, not taking from it. A few dollars a day, and you can get all of my picks in all sports each and every day. It's that simple. I send it directly to your email box. Like I said, the village is growing each and every day. Very, very proud. We are doing great things. Very, very excited for the now, for the future. It's only going to continue. Thank you everybody who's a part of the village. Congrats on all the success that we're having. We're definitely going to continue that. Happy holidays to everybody as well. But let's go ahead and move on to today's free play of the day. So it's actually going to be in one of the games I mentioned, and I kind of hit on most of the points already. But it's going to be in that Cowboys-Eagles game, and I'm going to go with the first half under. It's at 22.5. So the reason why I'm going with the first half is because in the NFL, whenever I go with the under, I like to do the first half, because if at halftime one of the teams is down, a couple touchdowns, in the second half, they're going to come out throwing, they're going to come out aggressive, and that just leads to higher scoring. It leads to mistakes. It could cause turnovers, which also lead to more scoring. So I like to stay with the first half, where especially in this type of game, like I said, it's going to be a playoff atmosphere. I think early on, both teams are going to be conservative, kind of establish their game plan. Like I said, from the Cowboys' point of view, they're going to be running the ball with Zeke. We'll see early on how Dak can do, but I don't think he's going to come out throwing early in the game. So we're going to see the Cowboys just eating up clock, going on their long drives that they normally do. This team is great at eating up the clock. They go on long drives because all they do is dink and dunk and run the ball all down the field. As far as the Eagles go, this team has been struggling offensively all year long. They lost a lot of weapons, receivers, running backs. This offense has just really struggled. Really, their main weapons are their two tight ends. So we know the Cowboys know what the Eagles are going to do, and vice versa. These two teams know each other very well. And I think early on we'll see conservative, try to limit mistakes. A lot of running by the Cowboys and short throws, and same thing from the Eagles. So I think early in the game, it should be a lower scoring game, obviously with turnovers and long plays. You never know what can happen, but I'm going to go with the first half under 22.5 as today's Sunday's free play of the day. And that's going to wrap it up for the NFL. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I'm going to release my college football long shot parlay. We've had a few bowl games already, but so much more left on the schedule. So we're going to put together a nice long shot parlay bowl edition to finish out the college football year. And then from there, it's going to be all about basketball, NBA, college basketball, a little bit of NHL in there, but that's going to do it. So thank you guys again for joining me today. We'll go ahead and root for the under in the Cowboys-Eagles game. And for those of you that are part of the village, you guys know I'll have a bunch more NFL plays, my best moneyline parlay, my best teaser, my best straight bets, my college football plays, my NHL plays, my NBA plays, my college basketball plays, so many plays each and every day, all put together in a nice newsletter. So if you're not receiving that newsletter, don't forget to go to JVilleSportsPicks.com, sign up for that daily newsletter, and start winning with us today. But that's going to wrap it up here. Go ahead and upload this, and that should do it. But good luck with whatever picks you guys do decide to put in. I hope you guys kill it. Enjoy your guys' Sunday. Like I said, again, happy holidays. Enjoy your Sunday. Enjoy time with friends and families and loved ones. And I'll see you guys soon.